Alright, welcome back to a brand new video. Called Individual Program. Welcome to the studio. Like I said, I don't know why they keep on thinking that things are going to be different, right? It's the insanity, right? So what's the definition of insanity? Is when you do the same thing over and over again expecting a different result, right? And you're not getting a different result, you're getting the same result. Again, you always try to target me hardly or heavily or extremely, try to leave me into isolation. What happens? Okay? What happens? Alright? And as a TI, you gotta understand that this is what they do. They try to make you feel a certain way or believe a certain way. And that's the two things that they use against us: our emotions and the fact that they want us to believe.
And it goes until you're 25. Graduate from university.
Gonna get yourself to see the. She's talking to nobody. She ain't talking to nobody. Whoever it is she's talking to, it ain't. Yeah, there are some people with mental illness, right? At least a particular form of mental illness, because there are many other forms of it. Anyhow, you see this kind of time I show you guys this, where they'll send I know she's talking about her hoo-ha. There was a video, I always mention these videos because these women, the video says, men, imagine if men lead with their penis, right? What will happen in the society, right? But in society, we're talking about black women, but in society, black women lead with their butts. It is true. You go look at their picture. They always show pictures of their asses, right? They always twerking on social media, shaking their asses. They'll stop a car in the middle of the street to get out and shake their asses, right? So, it's again, but no one is looking at what's really happening to their minds. No one is looking at what sort of psychological conditioning is being done to their minds and to us, whether it be black men or black women, and to us as TIs, right? So whether you're white, Asian, you're a TI, no one is looking at how you were psychologically conditioned, you were manipulated, you were possibly drugged, and not possibly drugged, you were drugged and microchipped. Okay? So, I always got to correct myself when I say certain things like, no, it's a reality. It's not a possibility. It is a reality. Right? We just need people who are willing to stand up to the U.S. government and security agencies and law enforcement agencies and fight against their criminal behavior and their unlawful behavior. Okay? And so, they may think that they can get away with it. Like I said, they're not getting away with it. Not going to allow them to. And so, of course, they're going to always use the labeling team. Right now, see this dude over here in the brown jacket. Again, he walked over to the corner and keeps looking back in that direction, right? The direction that I came from on the bus. Right? He takes his phone out now. He's looking at it. Again, this is things I've seen before. He's looking back at that direction now. He puts his phone down, but he puts it in a way in which he's facing the phone towards me. Look. Right? They know what they're doing. And I know what they're doing. And again, spreading rumors, right? whether I'm at home or anywhere else, doesn't really matter. But it's to make you believe that, like for me, going over by Pam, taking care of the kids, because again, they want to stop me from doing that, or make me stop myself from doing that, which will again put my kids at a disadvantage. Right? So, for example, talk about Pam doing my son's hair late last night. She didn't get finished until 1 o'clock. Right? Which means that my son didn't go to bed until after 1, probably minutes to 2. And he was late for school again this morning. Same with my daughter. Okay? And this is what they do. They use these women by using honey traps, men as honey traps. Men that may have money, right? And so they are men who have money, are the appearance of money, and they engage in honey trapping. Why? To create dysfunction within their minds, dysfunction within their family, the dysfunction within their children, right? And like I said, I've dated women with children, right? And not once have I said to any woman, let's go out and then leave your kids at home by themselves. No, I always ask, do the kids have, family members that they can watch them? If not, then we all go out together. There's no way I would date a woman who I know is leaving her kids, particularly under the age of, 15 or 14 or 13 or 12, right, by themselves at home. There's no way. But a lot of men, particularly black men, particularly when they reach a certain status or have certain things, they floss on one another, right? They think, and again, when you're younger, I can excuse that because you're young. You probably didn't know what have you. But when you're 40 plus years, you should know. You should have grown. You should have growth. And you should know, right? Because if you have kids, would you want that to happen to your children? Would you want your children's mother to leave your kids, young kids at home, they're 10, 11, 12, by themselves all day, all night, for the most part, while she goes out with whoever? You have to be concerned about your children. And particularly if there is no one watching them, right? And they'll say, well, you can watch them. If it's not on my weekend because we are not together, no. Just that, they want their weekends to do whatever they want to do, what have you. I should have my weekend to do whatever I want to do. And I shouldn't have to, particularly if you're not living together. And if you're living together, who the hell is which man is going to, unless you're in an open relationship, right? But again, that's another story. But anyway, that's just to show you guys their mindset and how they think. Particularly with Pam, she feels that whenever she go out, I should be over there watching the kids for her. I tell her, I said, no, I'm not watching the kids while you go out on dates with other men. No. I watch the kids if you go with your friends, female friends, or if you have a job function, a work function. That's it. Because again, if I continue, and I have done that. But what will happen is that woman will lose respect for you. And particularly if she doesn't have respect for you from the beginning, if she's all about herself, she really don't have respect for you. What she likes or loves is the fact of what you're doing for her. That benefits her, whether it's to make her feel good by telling her lies, taking her out, buying her stuff, all of that. But when it comes to her pouring into you emotionally, right, and in terms of getting to know who you are as a person, as a man, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They don't pour into men emotionally. What they do, and they say that, what they do is that how they feel about a man, maybe because, he looks good, he might be, great in the bedroom, he may have nice things, what have you. That is what their emotions are attached to, or they get overly emotionally stimulated from or by, right? But in terms of getting to know you as an individual, as a person, no. They're not interested. They are not interested. And it's sad because again, these women are allowing they're allowing themselves to be manipulated to the point where 31, 32, 5 plus the thing, right? you see she starts to walk off, right? She was the bus terminal number 32. She starts to walk off, right? Again, trying to use number 2 to attach to women. Again, talk about neuro-linguistic programming and creative triggers and anchors. This is how they do it. But it doesn't really matter to me because that number doesn't represent that. That's what they think it does, but it doesn't to me. That's what they want it to, but not to me, right? Anyhow, so yeah, so like I said, the kids again, I've said to her many times, do not do these kids here on a Sunday night. I mean, if you're going to do it on a Sunday, make it early. Do it earlier. But that is never the case. And of course, she's happy now because I won't say nothing to her now. I just, like last time when she told me she was still doing our son's here at 10 o'clock at night, I was just like, all right, bye, and I hanged up. Because again, I can only say so much, and that causes you as a father to now, disassociate your feelings because of that. So now it's like, okay, what can you do, right? They're not listening, and then they're being protected by the racists on the police force, who are the ones that have been causing the division in our community. They're the ones who have been doing this. Okay? They're the ones who have been doing this and using money. Right? Financial bribery, whether through your job, whether through funding, you know what I'm saying? In order to create gatekeepers. Okay? So, I don't know how their game works. And like I said, I refuse to be a gatekeeper. I refuse to be part of that. No, it's not going to happen. And so they hate it when, I sit with my kids and make sure they do their homework, make sure they read. I asked Pam over the weekend, after Friday, I said, can you at least make sure that they read and they study? I said, I have these printed worksheets for my daughter and Ethan also, to make sure they read and they study. Didn't that happen? No, it didn't happen. She let them sleep until after 2 o'clock yesterday. Okay? I called her around 12 to see if the kids was up, and she's like, they're still sleeping. I called the kids after 3 o'clock, and they told me they got up after 2. Which is ridiculous when you have to think about it. I mean, but why? Because again, that's the less time she needs to spend with the kids before she goes to bed. Okay? Or because of Sunday, she has them up late at night. I mean, what can you say? All right, what can I say? But it's just sad. It really is. And these people are very destructive, right? They'll watch their own family go down in flames, as opposed to saying, hey, take care of your kids. Put your kids as a priority, right? They don't even care about their own mental health and their own physical health. They're not, right? Again, we're as a black man, as a younger, conditioned the same way. You get to understand how it's being done, particularly if you go through what we as TIs go through, and we understand the conditioning that's happening, particularly as a black person too, right? So yeah, talk to you guys in the next video.